Hello and welcome to WhatCulture Wrestling. With myself, Andrew Pollard here, and as you can see, I'm joined by two very, very special guests, the current TNA Tag Team Champions, the Hollywood Heels, Ryan Nemeth and Nic Nemeth. How are you guys?
Groovy, man. How you doing?
I'm good. I see Ryan's got the belt there. Nick, where's your
Oh,
gold? Oh, it's in the background.
right next to
Fantastic.
it looks like I'm holding it up with my thumb because that's how jacked I am.
Always got to keep it
uh,
handy. You never
I
know
was
when you
gonna
need.
say, where's Waldo's scarf? But I see it behind you, so we're all
whoa,
set.
whoa, whoa, whoa. I will clarify that, man. I will step in with these two Jack wrestlers and say that's not a Waldo scarf. That's a Wrexham AFC scarf, man. My local team, my local
Wow,
club. Yeah,
Gotcha.
way on.
yeah, it's a football thing. It's a soccer thing. Always got to defend the town. But yes, we should probably
For
point
sure.
out as well before we get going into this. TNA Plus in the UK here is at the moment £9.99 per month, $9.99 I believe per month in the US. But for UK fans, there is a code from Leon Slater. I mean, you guys are not too keen on Leon Slater, but yeah, if you go to TNA Plus, there's a free month by using the code Leon YIC, which of course, promo code youngest in charge for Leon Slater, where you get all the weekly TNA shows. You get the exclusive TNA specials, such as Against All Odds, which is coming up on June the 6th. A bunch of old TNA pay-per-views are on there, all historical content on there, going all the way back to like the Asylum days, which is great, the weekly pay-per-views. But Ryan, you've had now a year with TNA. Nick, you're about 18 months in with TNA. There's a stacked roster there, whether it's the men's, the tags, the women as well. They're just such a great roster. How are you enjoying it so far in TNA, and what's the general mood like backstage these days?
Ryan, you're newer. You should go.
Let's see. I think the general mood for me is that it feels like a bunch of people contributing to make one amazing show happen. And I think that's something everybody says, and I feel kind of cheesy saying it, but it's true. It's like an absolute positive, encouraging family kind of atmosphere, which is nice.
Yeah,
Okay, not bad. So my 18 months there, I did not know what to expect. I was in one roster, one locker room for 20 years. So putting it all together and seeing all the different people who international athletes, I can't get over this. You're not you fan of Leon Slater? I hate his guts personally, and I'm a fan. What's your beef with him, or does he like a different football team or something? Is that the deal?
Oh no! I have no beef. I thought you guys might have beef because obviously I'm keeping it.
Oh, you were just trying to take our side here to
Yeah,
start
man,
the interview. You're trying to
exactly,
butter us up with a little bit of false
exactly.
friendship. Okay, I like that.
Yeah, there we
I
go.
love a good lie. So I'm a fan. But really, he's awesome and can do anything. And at some point, he's going to be X Division champion. And at some point in a few years, he's going to be world champion. But I can differentiate the two. I don't like him personally. I wanted to be in the ring with him to show him like, hey, here's how much time you have to go to get to my level. But he's kind of rocking and rolling it and making a name for himself. And clearly he's buddies with the Hardys, who, again, I respect everything that they've done for 4 decades now. But it's time to step on their throats and go, hey, here's the real best brother tag team in the world.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, listen, Leon Slater, he's our sworn enemy, and I hate his guts also. But when he's wrestling, you are thinking, man, that guy's awesome. So
Yes.
Yeah,
it's tricky.
he does some
Tit for tit. That's how it goes. Yeah.
tit for tit, man. He does some insane, crazy stuff. I mean, he popped along
Yes.
a couple of months ago earlier in the year for a bit of a natter. I mean, with TNA and again TNA Plus available in the UK for £9.99 a month. What TNA is such a significance in the UK because for the longest time it was one of those shows where it was easy to access for so many people over in the UK. And you go back to
Right.
like, I mean, these days you've got like Xia Brookside, Danny Luna, obviously Joe Hendry, Leon Slater,
Right.
but before that it's like Nick Aldis, Doug Williams, Mark Andrews, Flash Morgan Webster, Big Drew McIntyre, Drew Galloway, the old British boot camp as well. Even Will Ospreay talked about how growing up TNA was like his thing because that was just so easily accessible for people in the
Right.
in the UK. But, I mean, to go back to Leon though, obviously you've both been around the business for a fair old while by this point in time, been there, seen it all, done it all. But Leon Slater is like literally the dude doesn't even turn 21 until I think like September, which
Yeah,
is
it's
crazy.
disgusting, right?
Yeah,
It's
it is.
absolutely disgusting.
It is vile. It is vile, Nick.
Thank you.
How good can that guy get? Because from as a fan, it's like the stuff he's doing already at 20 years of age is just nuts.
If you go a little inside baseball here, I'll start with the beginning of like, hey, a lot of people can be trained to do the gymnastics part of this business. A lot of people can, and some people can ascend past that and learn circus tricks that I still, watching them in slow motion, don't understand how they happen. Now, the important part of the business is applying that and being able to come across as someone who can kick your ass first and then be able to do it really pretty when they feel like it. Someone like Leon Slater shouldn't know that for about 5 or 6 more years, but that little piece of crap already kind of knows that. And that's the part that bothers me. Him doing awesome moves, cool stuff. That's what you do when you're a kid. You get them locked in and you don't have to know. You can teach somebody off the street eventually. But when it comes down to it, applying that and being successful in a business where everybody is applying that one way or another, and then being able to do these feats that no one else can, that's what separates him from so many. It separates him from people who are 30 and 35 years old who are coming into their groove. He's really good at the important parts, and the flips and dives are important, but they are not the most important part. They are an extra special piece of the puzzle, and he's got that down, and he's got the ring presence and awareness that someone who is much older has. So this entire interview should not be about Leon Slater, but he is the future of TNA. But that being said, he can do awesome things, but when it comes down to it, personally, one-on-one, I kicked his ass, and as a tag team, Ryan and I beat the hell out of him and the Hardys and their wannabe 2/3 rotating team of the Hardys with Leon Slater.
Yeah.
Let me just reiterate. I hate this guy so much. He totally sucks. He's, he's the
suckiest suck that ever sucked. Yeah.
Yeah. Big, stupid idiot. But there was one time a month and a half ago when we were like, all right, we have a live promo with him. Sure, he can wrestle, but let's see how this goes. And then afterwards we're like, all right, he's great at that too. Cool. Good, man. Cool.
Yep.
I mean, obviously you guys can't take his...
Look, I hate this guy.
Exactly. Yeah. There's plenty of time for you to kick his teeth in. I mean, I am here for...
Again. Let's reiterate. Personally, again. I did it one-on-one, and as a tag team, we've defeated him and Matt Hardy. So there's plenty of time for us to do it again.
This is from Leon Slater. That's how much I hate him.
Wow. There's a receipt coming there. Yes. I see this. Yeah, that would be Under Siege, where, again, you retain the TNA tag team titles.
Thank you. Yeah. I mean, I was trying to lead you to the water to let you take a little drink. But yes, of course, that's the case. And aside from Leon Slater, we also just got Myla Grace and Harley Hudson and Ash by Elegance and Heather by Elegance. And there's so many different... Laredo Kid comes in and out there. There's so many different international people coming in and also strengthening up the women's division. We're doing all the positive things that you can again with that organic groundswell of the fans getting behind a great wrestling show. And that's the key. When I got here 18 months ago, here's a huge difference. We didn't have some international flavor that we're grabbing now. We did, but not as kick-ass as they are now. And now we went from 400 and 500 people a night to 2,000, 3,000 plus back-to-back nights and getting bigger and bigger every time. That goes to show when you're following a plan that says, what do the fans want? They want an awesome wrestling show, and they want awesome wrestling and awesome segments and all these, and people who can do the coolest stuff in the world. And when you combine all that together with a great story and behind the scenes, Tommy's doing a great freaking job, and everybody else behind the scenes it almost makes it seem so organic because we're fighting an uphill battle that we don't have $1 billion in our bank to just throw at things. We go, here's how we make this happen through us and word of mouth and everybody talking about it and getting people on that TNA Plus app. That is huge. I'm very happy to be representing TNA, not just as a world champion in the past, but as a tag team champion right now, letting everybody know I love this job and I love being in TNA, and I just know the future is just a ball that's just picking up momentum and rocking and rolling.
Yeah, I mean, you two guys are absolutely thriving, and it is, you touched about there, Nick, about the so many stars that are there at the moment and so many talents that are rising, and you look at like the Knockouts division, Masha Slamovich, man, that girl is a badass, just across the board though, whether it was tags, it's just there's so much going on. But I mean, what is there any plans that you guys are aware of? Obviously, I've talked about the audience here in the UK for TNA. Is there a chance we can get TNA back over in the UK? Because it's been I think a year, maybe 2 years. Was it the last tour?
I think it had to be right before I got here, because I'm going on 18 months and I missed out on it. And behind the scenes, there was some talk 6-8 months ago about something big, and it didn't work out. And I think we're very much open to international now with a new regime change again that's really pushing for spreading our wings everywhere. I think it is in the works. I can't say when, I can't say where exactly, but that is the second order of business every time we have a big meeting or even behind the scenes is how do we spread this even more to that huge fan base in the UK? And we're going to reward them at some point, I hope sooner than later.
Yeah. Ryan, as the current TNA tag team champions, again, it's hard to not bring it in, brother. There we go. There it is. Yes. But like you look at the landscape, obviously you guys beat the Hardys for that Rebellion back in April.
Yeah, so just to be really specific, when you say you guys beat the Hardys, Ryan Nemeth pinned Jeff Hardy. Yes.
Yes. The fingers are there. The whole Jeff Hardy thing's there. That's quite the achievement, man. So you've got the Hardys, you've got you pinning Jeff Hardy, but you've got the Rascals, you've got the Northern Armory, you've got the Greyhounds, the System, all these great teams in TNA. Whose face are you guys looking to crack in next? Obviously, the Hardy stuff is still there, and Lee and Slater.
It's still there, and of course, it might always will be because rightfully, with that groundswell of a crowd behind them. That's, no matter what the situation week to week is, when the money is the crowd wanting to see them and them trying to take those titles off us, of course, there's constantly going to be back and forth. But in between that, you got to use Rascals, great time. Yeah. Good hands, great young dudes that are awesome at this. And again, whether we like them or hate them, like it's funny to say, like, here's all these tag teams that are rock and roll and Northern Armory. Look at all the women in the women's division beating the hell out of each other and looking strong and looking at like, man, this is cool as hell to see. And then of course, men's division, which is we focus on so many different times, especially when we're doing the interviews and we're in the division. Like it's so easy to say that part, but man, the women and the tags and international, like we're expanding every day. And it's not just getting people here, it's getting people and going, whoa. This stands out. This is a special thing that can only be associated with TNA. That is awesome. This is going to bring more people in to come check out our show, and then they'll see the rest of it and have it rock and roll. And so I'm very excited about that. Rascals one-on-one. I've had some interactions with them probably a year ago, but they're clicking right now really well. And Good Hands too, Northern Armory. Everybody who's hungry is getting a shot. And a lot of times, no matter what company you're in or what's happening, being young and hungry doesn't get you a shot. It gets you going, what do I do next? And you just got to keep fighting and hoping for timing and everything to work out. And I think in the next couple of weeks, we're going to see those teams emerging and taking each other out and saying who really wants a shot at the tag team titles.
Yeah.
Well, we have a history with the System, people forget about that. But when I first showed up in TNA, those guys had a real problem with you.
Yeah. Very much so.
We've wrestled them in Chicago in a pay-per-view main event. So there's history there, Don't forget about the System. A stable foundation tag team of TNA.
Yeah, I mean, Ryan, sticking with yourself there. I mean, obviously, you beat the Hardys for these belts, like I said, back at Rebellion in April. The Hardys defended those belts, though, in, once, and they had 2 matches in NXT under the WWE umbrella. Is that something the Nemeths could be looking at? I mean, whether it's NXT, whether it's Raw, whether it's SmackDown, who knows? Is that something, with that door being open these days, could we see you guys over there, butting heads with whoever?
Now, I'd have to clear this, of course, with agents, managers, and trusted parish priest,
Yes. That's it. That's the end of it.
That's it. That's it.
To run this by.
I'm not going to, on a podcast, to formally offer to fight at NXT. Come on, there's paperwork, there's lawyers.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't have anything that I need to accomplish in NXT. But my goals and TNA's goals are very different goals. So if I am a team player with TNA and something special comes up to where we can go there and knock some heads around and let people know, that's fine. But it would have to be something pretty special. I have nothing left to accomplish in that company whatsoever. So if it was something to help TNA go above and beyond one more notch as we're rocking and rolling, I'm here to be the team player that I've been for 20 years, no matter what the situation. But right now, there is so much, as you even brought up, the talent here in TNA, that looking elsewhere is fun because everybody's bouncing around to different shows. And it's fun to do a little fantasy booking and say, hey, maybe this match here, we'll go to Mexico here and do this one. We'll see. When it comes down to it, we have a full roster of ass-kicking young up-and-comers that I just named. And I would love to be in the ring with every single one of them, not because I know that we're going to win. We're going to. But I love that level of competition, and because I've never been someone to sit back and go, all right, I'm the champ. I'll just hang out and do interviews now. Like, no, you have to prove your worth. If not, they're going to step on you and take that title right from me, and they should. So me and Ryan, we step up our game because we know what we're capable of.
Yeah. I have to ask,
I think Trick Williams going and, doing what he did, there's going to be a lot of blood in the water, maybe in NXT thinking, well, maybe I'd like to do that. Maybe I'd like to do that. Maybe that's the place to prove yourself. So,
well, I was going to mention that as well with Trick Williams. Obviously, NXT Battleground winning the TNA World Title, so it's now in, I guess, enemy territory. Yourself, Nick, you are a former TNA World Champion, a hell of a run there. What are your thoughts, both of you guys, on a wrestler from a different promotion holding your, at least in the singles ranks, your biggest prize?
I'm absolutely furious and pissed off about it. And that's not a joke or a game or like, isn't this a funny snip or clip to play? I feel like Joe Hendry has accomplished so much, and he's brought so many eyes to TNA, and he's kicked so much ass. This isn't a world of participation medals and awards that says, hey, great job. You lost our world title to a different guy from a company from a different company. So I don't go, hey, great job, buddy. Thanks for trying really hard and losing our title to a different company. I say, I congratulate him when he brings people in. When he defends that title, he beat me. And I said, damn it, you beat me. You got me. And when you lose and you mess up, just like I do to myself, or I get on Ryan's case, when we make mistakes, we own up to it. He lost our world title. I am not okay with that. I feel like we might need to bring back Wrestler Court or something, or pull him aside with everybody in the locker room, because if everyone's gonna pat him on the back for the good things, we need to let him know that he messed up and lost our world title. Trick Williams is a badass. He's awesome. He's got a great future, but he is an NXT talent who now is the TNA World Champion, and I am pissed off about it.
Look, Joe Hendry somehow, with the stroke of magic and God and all the luck in the world, ended up taking the title from Nick. Okay, that's insane as it is. But if you're gonna do that, overcome those odds, beat that degree of caliber of a wrestler, and then lose the title to that guy, I mean, I'm willing to give him the chance to win that title back and do the right thing and bring it back where it belongs. But you don't want the guy that beats your big brother to, do the unspeakable there. But.
Fair. Well, last questions. I'm aware of time. I'm keeping an eye on time. I don't want to keep you guys too long. But Nick, Border Parole, which was a couple of days ago, you had your flag match with Santino, and you were accompanied to the ring by a certain Barbie Blank, known to WWE fans as Kelly Kelly. Any chance of a Barbie popping up with the Hollywood Heels? Maybe at some point.
As I was out there, and I had a couple hours with her during the day, because she's an old friend. I met her. We met a long time ago. We've been buddies for friggin' 15 years. And she looks great, by the way. She still gets she had so much fun, and it was fun to watch her. We were embracing, being in Canada and embracing the USA. And it was fun to watch her react in the fans, because she's usually forever drooled over and applauded because she's Barbie Blank and Kelly Kelly. So it was nice to see her jaw jacking and letting everybody know that she can still go and she can back her stuff up. So as the entire day went on, I said, you wouldn't mind coming to do TNA a little bit here every once in a while. You could be in our corner. You could help make matches. You could take Santino's spot, because I don't care. I don't think he should be in it. So how about this? How about this scenario? How about this one? And then since I got home, I've been sending some texts like, give any thought to it? Maybe we can bring you in. Maybe we can. So I'm buttering her up as much as I can. She does not need to work. She's a mother. She's got it all figured out. She's done it. But I feel like I could see it in her eyes. She was having a lot of fun the other night. And maybe, just maybe, we could get her over to TNA. And it's just another sparkly diamond to put on that necklace to let everybody know, hey, come check this show out.
Yeah. That's a nice way to wrap things up. Just to say again, TNA Plus here in the UK, £9.99 a month, which is not too much. And again, for UK fans, a Leon Slater, I know Leon Slater, but a Leon Slater exclusive where the code is Leon YIC.
You should be charging more. That's a terrific deal.
It is. I mean, yes. with the Leon Slater code, it's a free month, man. It's a free month first.
A free month. Exactly. Go do it, damn it. We got a great show. This isn't a trap or a trick. We got a great show, and you're going to get a month's worth of it. And, we got TNA June 6th. Against All
Against All
Odds live in Arizona
Yeah.
at Ticketmaster.com. And June 7th, we'll tape Impact. Go to Ticketmaster.com. But international fans, do it. Check out Leon Slater and then see the rest of the friggin' card. It's awesome, and it is very reasonably priced, especially in this day and age. So come check it out, man.
Use the code.
Exactly. Use the code. And after that, you've got TNA Slammiversary coming up in July 20th, which is pay-per-view, which is always one of the biggest shows of the year for wrestling.
And it's going to be the biggest one that anyone can remember in the last several years. I'm telling you that.
Right. Final words, guys. Any words for your fans, particularly your UK fans, that you want to put out there?
Ryan, lay it on them.
Just want to let the UK fans know that they're listening to the best brothers tag team of all time. UK,
and most importantly, we're working on rewarding the awesome loyalty of those fans with some kind of show at some point. We're working on it because we know the deal. That's why we're doing the free month of TNA Plus to get just a little bit more people invested. And the louder you are about it, the more we'll make some moves and come check it out. So we're looking forward to it.
Brilliant. Absolutely fantastic. Guys, this has been a whole lot of fun. Thank you so much for giving us some time to come and talk to us here. It's been Brian Nemeth. It's been Nic Nemeth. It's been the Hollywood Heels, the current TNA Tag Team Champions. This has been WhatCulture Wrestling. I've been Andrew Pollard. I've just been the spoke in the wheel here. Listen to these two fantastic talents talk the good stuff. Guys, be well, be good, and, keep an eye out for that Leon Slater kid. All I'm saying.
Good kid. We're going to knock him down a peg again when we see him. It'll be great.
Take care.